Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. It is Kevin here, Kevin the writer, Kevlandia. And if you're new here, I am a person with a dying camera battery. As I was saying, now that this is definitely not the same angle, I am a young adult, middle grade, and adult writer on the path to becoming traditionally published, and I do have an agent, and that's where I'm at. You're all caught up if you're new here. Really quick, I'd just like to say that, I think that by always having a different background, you never know what you're gonna get when you come to one of my videos, right? I mean, today it's Barbies. You never know. Honestly, this new apartment doesn't really have a great place for me to film, especially if I want to film not during daytime. But I will say also that even if I film during daytime, they don't get the best natural light in here. But let's move on to what you're here for. Tomorrow, yes, I'm recording this the day before because it took up until the last minute to officially decide what I was doing. Tomorrow starts Camp NaNoWriMo for July. And when you're watching this, it should have already started. Well, it will have already started unless the world ends tonight. And I hope that you've already started writing. And yeah, okay. I'm feeling a little all over the place tonight. So if I'm being weird, I'm just feeling all over the place. I was really thinking about what I wanted to write for camp and going back and forth and like, maybe I should just work on this project, maybe I should work on this project. But recently, if you've been watching my recent videos, I've been consistent again for like a month and a half, which is like a lot for me. So a round of applause for Kevin. I had talked recently about how the middle grade book was the middle, what am I calling it? The Megaplex book? I don't even remember anymore. Which is funny because like it doesn't have anything, anyway. The Megaplex book is my middle grade book. I sent it to my agent and she was like, I love this. Here are some minor notes that I have about like things that I think that we're gonna need to work on. But I'm going to send you more notes. And then she got back to me and said, like, go ahead and like do, like, you can work, because I asked her if I could, if she was okay with me going ahead and working on it, if she wanted me to wait. And she's like, go ahead and work on it, and I'll still send you the notes and you can see if it fixed all my notes. So I got done with that, and she told me originally that I could continue writing it if I was like enjoying the process, because this is the first middle grade I've ever written, besides the middle grade graphic novel that I'm writing with my boyfriend. And she told me, you know, if you're enjoying it, keep writing. But I wrote those first, like, I think it's like 27, 30 pages around there, and I sent it to her, and I was like, you know, well, there's like other projects I'm gonna work on, and I'll just wait to hear back from her. But I've been thinking about the project a lot lately. I've been talking to my friend, Lindsay Puckett, who is a middle grade writer, and she's like super amazing. She's like, I've read her book, and it's so good. She's a great writer, and so she writes middle grade really well, and she read the first 30 pages, and she really loved it. And so we like talked about it, and you know, she's like, I have a really good feeling about this. So I was just like, I'm feeling really energized to work on it. So what I decided is I'm gonna work on the rest of the middle grade book for Camp NaNo. I wasn't sure what to do for my like goal, because last camp I did 15 hours and I did not reach that. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, it's only a half-hour a day. I don't know, I don't have excuses. I'm not gonna make excuses, because honestly, like if you make a goal to write, yeah, we should try and hit it, but I also don't think we should be hard on ourselves. Like, being creative is not a machine, you know? We just gotta, I mean, some people are better at pushing themselves when they're not in the mood, some people aren't. And I've just been going through a lot of stuff this year. And this year has been, honestly, the past like year and a half, has been really, like with the whole, you know, Panera bread that's been going on. I've been feeling a lot of feelings and things have been really chaotic. I haven't been writing as much as I wanted to. I have been writing. If you've been watching my writing vlogs, I have been getting things done, but just not as much as I wanted to. And I didn't hit the 15 hours for last camp. But then I was thinking about it, and I don't want to do hours. I always try to do hours, always, and I always hate it. I never reach my goal when I do hours. I hate doing hours. But usually I'm editing something, so it makes sense to do hours, because like, how do you track words? Like, so if anybody has a suggestion below, and if you're editing, like what is a better way to do it, please let me know. And you know, I watched Becca C. Smith video, love her also. She always will edit her goals so she can beat camp. And I think that's actually brilliant, because when we end up not beating camp, we often are really hard on ourselves. And I think that going forward, to be honest, I'm gonna take that approach. Like, I may aim for 15 hours, but if I'm not gonna reach it, but I think I'm gonna reach 10, well, I'm gonna change my goal to 10, because you know what? I should feel good and accomplished that I got 10 hours done, because sometimes there are times when you can't write at all. And I've always said on my channel, always, that something is better than nothing. So if you're struggling to write, even if you write 10 words a day, 5 words a day, that is better than what you had yesterday. That is more than what you had yesterday. Something is better than nothing. That has always been my motto when it comes to writing, that as long as you're getting something out. So I'm gonna take that Betsy Smith approach to all camps going forward. Going back to what my goal is for this camp though. So I didn't wanna do hours. I was thinking hours always screws me over one way or another. I always fall behind because a lot of camps end up and regular Nano end up falling during the busy periods at work, and I often have to work overtime, and there's like days where I don't write at all because it's like overtime. So I just wanted to be like easier on myself. So hours just does not work. It does not work. But what I'm choosing instead, I don't know if is necessarily it's not any easier. I don't know if it's gonna be any different, but for some reason it just seemed more je ne sais quoi. I don't know, you know, it just had this like thing, this feeling that it felt right. Because the middle grade Megaplex book, where I'm at on it, I think I'm sitting at around 10,000 words. It may be like 8,000, somewhere around 10,000. It's 30 pages, roughly 30 pages. I actually might be like 7,500 words, but either way, I'm hovering around that 10,000 mark somewhere within 2,500 words, which sounds like a lot, but it's not, I promise. And the first act's done. So I was thinking, what could I do for camp? What could be my goal for camp? Since I'm not doing hours, absolutely not. And it's like, what are the other options? Okay, well, word count. And like I said, I usually am editing, so it's like hard to do word count, but I have a whole 2 acts I can draft for camp. I have 2 whole acts that I can write, so word count makes sense. And then I was like, okay, well, what is an average middle grade book, right? And it really varies. Middle grade really varies. I mean, it depends on if you're talking about upper or lower middle grade. I mean, Michelle Schusterman makes a lot of great videos on all things middle grade. She is an amazing AuthorTuber. She writes middle grade books. She's traditionally published. You should all go check her out. She's amazing. I love literally every single video. Every vlog I watch of hers, I'm just like, I'm so inspired. It's kind of like I am with Lizelle Sandberry's videos. Like every time I watch a video, I'm like, I gotta write now. It really varies. The word count can be anywhere from like 35,000 to 70,000, like it can even be lower, it can be higher. But a sweet spot for me, I was thinking, was like between 40, 50,000 words. And the reason being is that I know this is gonna be a first draft and I'm going to probably underwrite it. I have a feeling, I just have a feeling I'm gonna underwrite it. Because there were some things that my agent wanted me to explore that I know would add on to the word count. So I was thinking, okay, well I'm already underwriting this a little bit. And I think that the whole thing will end up being a little underwritten and she's gonna have me go in and bulk stuff up. Having said that, I was thinking, if I'm already almost at 10,000 and I wanna be between 40 and 50,000, the perfect word count, ideally, would be like around 30,000 words. I didn't wanna get really technical, like 32,000, blah, blah, blah. I just like an even 30,000 because it just sounds nice. I wanted it to be a reveal, but I just said it, 30,000. 30,000 words is what my goal is going to be for camp. And I don't know how this is gonna go. It's 1,000 words per day, I think, or is there 31 days? Hey, how many days are in July?
It's 1 day until then.
How many days are in the month of July?
Here's what I found from Convocation.
Okay, so there are 31 days in July. Siri has my back. Ooh, okay, live here on camera. Oh my gosh, I am gonna revise that to 31,000 words being my goal. It just feels like 1,000 words per day feels like better than like 950 or whatever. So I'm just gonna go for 31,000 words. I know for a fact, if I can manage to get the 31,000 words done, I'll be hovering right about 40,000 words. I think I may even, if I end up underwriting it even a little bit more than I thought, if I end up hitting like 38,000, 39,000 words, I think it will have finished the first draft of this book. So in theory, I think that I will end up finishing a draft, the first full draft, because I've already finished the first act. First draft of the first act. I say first draft of the first act, but I have edited it a couple times, so like, I don't know. I'm still gonna call it a first draft. I could have a first draft done of the entire Megaplex book. So that's something. That's very exciting actually, because I do really love this book. And I know I haven't really talked a lot. I don't actually remember how much I've said about the book. It's about a boy who, a little gay boy, because like obviously, I'm a little gay boy. And he, I don't wanna give too much away. He does not fit in. And he has very specific reasons why he does not fit in. And he starts to see things he shouldn't see. That's what I'll say. And he meets a boy. His crush interest, as I'm calling it, because in middle grade, a love interest just feels like this is his first crush. I don't think it feels right to call it a love interest, like, oh, the love interest. It's like, no, this is a crush interest, because it makes more sense when you're like 12 you don't, well, sometimes you do fall in love. I think I thought I was falling in love when I was 12, but I think it just sounds cuter. It makes more sense for me to just call it a crush interest. So if you ever hear me talk about a crush interest, that's what it is. So it's like a crush interest. He's seeing things he shouldn't see. He does not fit in. It's a lot of fun times. That's really it. My other goal for July though, which this isn't camp related, is I want to read 2 new middle grade releases in July. I have 2, actually. I think you're propped up on 1 currently. So when I say newer, I don't mean necessarily like just came out this month. For instance, one of these books was highly suggested. Actually, both these were really highly suggested by Lindsay Puckett, who, like I said, writes really good middle grade, so I took her suggestions to heart. One of them is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow, which she loves this book. She always talks about how good it is, so I feel like I'm gonna love it. It sounds super interesting. This is from 2017, so it is a little bit older, or was it 2018? 2017, 2018. Also, this was on sale at Powell's for $2.98. So it's $5 originally, and they were having a sale for $2.98. So that feels, it was brand new. That feels really weird to me. And the other one I'm going to be reading is I'm not going to mispronounce this, I apologize. Arusha and the End of Time. I'm very excited about this one. It also sounds really good. And I want to get more into middle grade. I am reading a middle grade book right now. What am I reading right now? Oh, I'm reading The Iron Trial by Sandra Clare and Holly Black. So I am trying to dive more into middle grade, and I think that if I'm gonna be writing it, like I have ideas for like 3 other middle grade books, and I have an interest in writing all middle grade, young adult and adult throughout my life. Like I have ideas for all books. So I feel like I need to be more well-versed in middle grade. So if you have any suggestions on books, I prefer in the last couple of years that they came out, but also, which I say that, but I know the Iron Trial thing came out in like 2015. I know. But that one's been on my TBR for a really long time, and I'm finally getting around to it. I know. So if you have any middle grade book suggestions that came out in the last few years, especially ones that came out in 2020 or 2021, that would be amazing. I'm trying to get more into them. Also, if they're on Scribd, that would be great, because I do have a Scribd membership. I'm trying to like get more versed in middle grade books. So that's my other goal for July. I know that's not really directly camp related, but it kind of is, because it's gonna be feeding into my writing for July. So that's it. That's really it. I'm gonna be writing 31,000 words, reading some middle grade books. If you have suggestions, again, please comment below and let me know whatever suggestions you have from middle grade that have come out, preferably 2020, 2021, but it doesn't have to be. And that's it. That's all, folks. That is it. I'm super pumped for camp. In fact, while you're watching this, hopefully I would have already gotten some of the words done for the day. I think that I may even start writing on my lunch break again, because I used to get a lot done on my lunch breaks. And now, especially that I'm working from home, I can do that. I can grab my laptop when I'm on my lunch break and stuff. So I'm hoping by the time you even watch this video, because I think I'm gonna upload it at noon, I've already maybe even hit my goal or gotten a little bit further, I don't know. But if you wanna see my progress for camp, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and you can always watch me through the journey of either winning spectacularly or adjusting my goals so I still win, because we should feel good about ourselves at the end of camp, not like crap. So if you like the video, make sure you hit the like button below. And if you love the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Until my next video, which I'll be vlogging all. It's been a long time since I've recorded a video, so long that it cut off on me. So that's annoying. Didn't appreciate that. But I'll be recording vlogs for camp. So if you want to follow along, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I love you all very much, and comment below. Let me know, what is your goal? What is your goal?